Hey guys, I'm Katie, and I'm going to tell you something that you probably want to hear from me. Okay, so I moved here from Florida, but I actually came from California, and the reason why I came here from Florida is because family, my dad, make himself happy to celebrate his brothers. And recently, when I moved here, pretty bad things happened to me. Like, grandma passed away, bad guys came in, a lot of bug bites, and not very well with people in school. So I'm going to tell you stories of it. Number one, when I first came here during summer break, for some reason I keep getting a lot of bug bites, and I know it's normal for some people, but not normal for me, because usually people get like some, but for me I have like a lot of my legs. I have like 7 bites almost on every leg. But the problem is I have like 7 bites on my right leg the most, and only like 3 on the left. Like, that's like 10 bug bites on a day. That is like a lot of bug bites. But don't worry, it's healed. But that's the worst thing, because that never happens. But that's one of it. Number 2, when I came to school, some people already hate me. Like, why would they hate me? I don't know what's wrong. Like, when I first meet them, they just been so rude. Like, maybe they could be bullies, or like, they didn't even know me. Like, I just moved here from California. I just want to make some friends. I just want to know them. And they just gave me a big, fat attitude at me. And I was like, what the heck? Why are you doing this to me? And that's the one thing I hate. Like, why would people hate me, even though I just met them? Anyways, I got that covered. And soon that'll happen to you guys. And I hope you guys will get over it. Number 3. One time in the morning, it was like 6 something in the morning, because that's usually I wake up for school. And then I was making breakfast. Until one moment that when I froze for a second, I heard a noise. Then I went to the dining room, and then I heard a voice on the door. I was trying to look at the door to see if there's anyone there, and I could not see. But then when I turned on the dining room light, I saw a person who was knocking on the door and saying, let me in, let me in. Can you let me in? And I was so scared, I run straight up to my parents' room, like, rush, and I said, Mom, Dad, someone's knocking on the door, forcing me to open the door for him. And then my dad and my mom jumped out of bed, like, straight up, and then my dad told that man to go away, and then he was wondering that why was that man in our house? Like, he just broke into our house. Okay, so we have a fence. And then he must have jumped over the fence, break into the door, because you know when, like, you have a pool protection, like a thing that protects the pool so leaves or bugs won't get in? Yeah, and you open that type of door? Yeah, we have that type of door. And then he opened, and then luckily, when we opened the door, there leads to the laundry room. And then luckily, the door was locked, so I barely opened it, and good thing that nobody left it open. And my dad was wondering that why would he think this is his house? Or if I have told you that yet, but he keeps thinking that it's his house. And the reason why is because he was drunk, or maybe he was using drugs. And then my dad threatened him that if he will not leave the house, he'll call the police. And he refuses because he still thinks this is his house. And then later my mom called the police, and then later he got arrested. That totally scared me, like, oh my gosh. Well, but luckily, at least that was over, and good, and I hope that does not happen again. Number 4. The last thing was my grandmother died. I know that's normal for some people, but for me, this is the first time this has ever happened in my family who ever died. Like, she died, like, she was walking to go to the bathroom, for some reason, she slipped twice. Like, one day she slipped to the bathroom once, and then a couple of days or weeks later, she slipped again. But this is no good. She slipped, like, where the arteries are at, and it's really painful, and she's getting, like, a little bit old. She was, like, I think, like, 80 or 82. I can't remember. And then we were in the hospital, and she doesn't remember that much. We visit her, and then we checked up on her, and she was going to be fine. But then one night, like, it was like 4 or 5:15, my mom came into my room, woke me up, and then said that our grandmother is not gonna be okay. So we have to. Sorry, you guys. I'm just crying because I'm upset. I'm telling you the story. She told me that our grandma's not gonna be alright. So then I jumped out of bed trying to dress, and then my mom just rushed to the hospital as fast as she can, and then we made it to her. Sorry, I'm mumbling. When we rushed to her, she was okay, but then some people came, like the Pope, our cousins, our friends, our uncle, our aunts, and everything. We were staying there like the whole morning till afternoon. Sorry, you guys, my eyes must be red because I'm crying. And then when it got to like 3 something or 3:15, I don't know, that is when it ended. It ended when all of us cried with sadness and heartbroken, including me. I think this might make you cry too, but if it doesn't, it's fine because it's just by myself. And that's the bad luck I've been having in Florida. And there's sometimes that I didn't want to be in Florida because I just want to move back, but this is the state I want to make my dad happy, and that's the best thing for me, is to make my dad happy. And now, I always keep seeing my grandma every time. Like anytime at night, anytime I sleep, anywhere, I always keep thinking about this. And I wish she hasn't died this time because seriously, this shouldn't be. I hope you guys like this video and I hope you guys understand. And I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe to me and give me a thumbs up to cheer me up. Thank you guys. Bye.